Another day at the train station, struggling with trains running late. So my first train was running half an hour late, and then I literally had 2 minutes, maybe less, to run to my other train. I don't think I've run that fast in years. And I just got to the platform and the train was going away, and I was like, ah. Anyways, I spoke to the Trenitalia worker and she gave me a new ticket for free for the next train. I'll just get there a bit later, but it's fine. At least I'm not stranded for the night. Hopefully everything else goes smoothly for my time in Rome this weekend. Ciao! It is my first morning in Rome. I'm just waking up in my hostel and I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a tour of this hostel. Pretty typical standard hostel layout. Got a bathroom, there's 4 beds. I got the top bunk, which I hate because I am so clumsy that I cannot go up and down this ladder without making a fool of myself. You've got the drawer under here where you keep your luggage. This one doesn't lock, so luckily I have a lock on my suitcase, and I'm actually right across the street from the bar, which is really convenient. I went to the bar last night and met a heap of people from different countries that were really nice, and I made friends. I would definitely recommend staying in hostels if you are solo traveling and want to meet people. Not my favorite way to stay, just because you don't get the privacy of being in your own room, but it's definitely the cheapest. Sometimes I do love staying in a hotel because you come home after a day of being out traveling and you have your own privacy just to lay and relax. This hostel is called Yellow Square. It's really popular in Rome. Really good place to stay if you want to meet people that are also solo traveling. Now I'm going to start exploring Rome, roaming around Rome. Let's go. First stop was to see the St. Mary of the Victory statue. Then next I walked to the Fontana di Trevi. This was at around mid-morning and it was insanely busy, so I stopped for a croissant and made my way to the Spanish Steps. Okay, next stop on my grand walking tour around Rome was the monument of Vittorio Emanuele. Then I made my way to this church where it has like an optical illusion ceiling. It's actually flat, but the way it's painted looks like it's curved. I stopped by the Pantheon and the Piazza Navona before walking to the Church of St. Luigi di Francesi, where I saw these 3 really famous Caravaggio masterpieces. By this time I was feeling really hungry, so I stopped in to get some carbonara for lunch, then continued my walking journey through the Roman Forum and eventually reached the Colosseum. I have been walking around all morning. I'm exhausted. I wish I could keep walking and walking, but right now I'm heading back to my hostel. Might have a little nap, we'll see. And then I want to go to this hill to see a beautiful sunset. Rome is really busy this weekend. Of course I choose the busiest weekend to go to Rome. The new Pope just got nominated, elected, so everyone is in Rome to see the new Pope. It is also the Jubilee year. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna get gelato. I need something to cool down, I'm so hot. Later that evening, I did make the trek all the way up to Janiculum Hill. It was so worth it. The view and the sunset was just dreamy. I grabbed a quick slice of pizza before scooting my way all the way from Trastevere back to the Colosseum. Then time for a little dessert, a pistachio tiramisu, which I ate watching the light show in front of the Trevi Fountain. Good morning, ciao! It is the next day. I got up early this morning and I'm making my way to the Trevi Fountain. Hopefully it'll be less packed than it was yesterday. I scooted here. I don't know if you can see the scooter, but I scooted here and it saved so much time. I would so recommend that. The only thing is you have to be really careful and like kind of understand the road rules, because there are heaps of people. You can drive on the road. You don't have to wear a helmet like in Australia. Anyways, I am making my way to the Trevi Fountain. Hopefully this time I'll actually get a good view of the fountain and there'll be less people. so there were less people in the morning, and I even got to do my little coin toss into the fountain. I checked out the view from the Terrazza del Pincio and almost interrupted this marathon race they were doing that weekend in Rome. For breakfast I went to Venchi to get a crepe and saw that they had Parmigiano flavoured gelato, so I had a taste test and it wasn't bad. So it's actually Mother's Day today, and the brand new Pope is doing his first speech for Mother's Day. So it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity where I'm going to be able to get to see the new Pope speak live for the first time in history. Not in history, but in his history. Hope it's not going to be like a mosh pit. It probably is going to be like a mosh pit. So busy with lots of people, but I'm so keen to experience it. Walking into Vatican City, there was such a fun, positive vibe in the air, like with the marching band. I am jamming out to said marching band whilst walking into St. Peter's Square. Then it was time to head to the train station and of course grab a quick gelato to quickly bolus for my gelato whilst it was melting because I forgot to do it beforehand. Thank you guys for joining me on my trip to Rome this weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Ciao for now.